So this is my unboxing of the Apple Watch Ultra. Today is launch day in South Africa. It is September 30th, 2022. So we always have to wait a little bit longer for certain products, and we have to be a bit patient for the Apple Watch Ultra. But I managed to get my hands on one today. I didn't quite get the combination of watch and strap that I wanted, but I settled for one of the straps that I actually tried on in the store and I really liked. So I got the Green Alpine Loop medium, and then obviously the watch is the same, whichever combination you get. It's going to be the titanium case, the 49mm, and in this case I got the medium Green Alpine Loop. And then we've got some more details at the top here that you can read through. And I really do like this packaging. It feels sort of like recycled cardboard. I don't know if it is, but that's what it feels like. But I like the attention to detail with the Apple Watch logo cut out into the cardboard there. Looks really neat. So let's see what's inside the box. So we've got this cool mechanism of opening this outer box. And because this is the Alpine Loop, the graphics and the artwork shows me mountains. I do know with the other bands, if you get the ocean band, it'll show you oceans. And I'm not sure with the Trail Loop, I haven't actually seen a video of what that packaging looks like, but this is definitely the Alpine Loop packaging. Comes with this really cool booklet. Cool depictions of the watch with the different bands. Very high quality, large print. Very, very cool. And then we've got sort of the instructions, how to put your band on, as well as, how to charge it, how to set it up. And then all the different new features that they've added to this specific watch. The bigger crown, the action button, some more graphics of the front with the specific watch face that you get with the Apple Watch Ultra. I like this a lot. And then you've got your additional documentation at the back. So that's the booklet. And then we've got the two boxes. So we've got one box for the watch, and then we have a box with our specific loop. Got one pull tag over here. We've also got the instructions again of how to put this band on. We've got some more documentation behind the actual band. And then this is what this specific band looks like. I've heard that some people don't really like this band, but I did try it on in the store and it sort of matched my top. So I was like, come on. And I really like green, so I thought this is a good one to use when I'm not in the water, even though I still need to definitely get myself the ocean band. That would have been my preference, but those were out of stock. So this is the band and this is the medium one. Now let's have a look at the watch. And here we go. We've got our charging cable on the right. Nice little touch that they added the coordinates there of the Apple headquarters. And we've got a braided charging puck for the Apple Watch to USB-C. They don't give you a power adapter. You might have one of those already, or you might have to buy one separately. And here is the Apple Watch Ultra. The larger digital crown, the usual button on the right, as well as the new action button, which did look pretty orange on some of the graphics that I saw online, but certainly something I can get used to. I don't have a problem with orange. And there we go. We've got Apple Watch Ultra, 49mm titanium and ceramic case. So this is the ceramic case at the back, and then we've obviously got your titanium housing, as well as your sapphire crystal display. And then we have got LTE, GPS, 100-meter water resistant, and then dive up to 40 meters. Very, very cool. And then it's obviously got this protective piece on the right here to protect the digital crown as well as the button. Some people have mentioned that this is really sharp, and I mean, it does have a sharp edge, but it's not as though you're going to cut yourself. And then let's have a look at how to put on this band, that side, and have the action button to the right. Action button to the right, and then put this one on. There we go. And this side. There we go. So that is the Alpine Loop, which I must say is very light, and when I tried it on it was very comfortable. So currently wearing my Apple Watch 4. So this is with the sports band that also works with the new Ultra. So that's my another option for a band to use, telling me to hold it close to my iPhone, which I'll do in a second. So now if I loop this around and I close this band, find a spot that's comfortable. There we go. That's the Alpine Loop. It's really comfortable, and it's actually nice and light. So I like the fact that I got this band. So there we go. If I now bring it close to my iPhone. So we want, wow, all the countries. We want South Africa. Start pairing. I'm going to click on add a watch. Set up for myself. This Apple Watch requires a newer version of iOS. To set up and use a new Apple Watch, you'll need an iPhone 8 or later with iOS 16 or later. So while we wait for my phone to update so we can pair my phone with the watch, I wanted to show you what my sports band looks like on the new Apple Watch Ultra. So if I just take this off, I have noticed that if you pull it too hard, then you can kind of knock the buckle here against the watch, so I just do it gently. So here we go, I've got the 4. But still, one of the absolute joys with using an Apple Watch is how easy it is to change bands. It's sort of underappreciated how amazing this whole function is, of how easy it is to remove a band and put on a different band by just pushing one button and having it be secure. So let's see what goes where. I think this needs to go on the top. There we go, that's in place. That's in place. And put it on the tightest setting. There we go. I think that's also really cool, actually. It works. This has been my absolute favorite band. It's been the one that I got with my Apple Watch 4, and I've been swimming with it in the ocean, I've been swimming in pools, been hiking, I've been doing everything with it, and it's just a really cool band that fits perfectly. Well, maybe, yeah, it's sort of like a tiny little gap maybe, but that's actually really comfortable. So there we go. This feels very comfortable to me. I'm very used to wearing my watch with this band. I usually have it on the second tightest hole here. When I swim, I tighten it up, but usually I have it on this hole. And let's just feel what that feels like. And usually I wear my watch a little bit looser, so that's actually nice. I've also heard from people that the digital crown sort of pinches their skin. I don't really think that's an issue. I think you just kind of get used to it, and you obviously can't use the digital crown the way we got used to using it on the previous models because it doesn't have that protective casing. So I think that's just something you get used to. It's very smooth. The button also doesn't have as much play. That's something that others have noted, but I think it feels as good as it needs to feel. I'm really excited about the action button. I'm also really excited about the LTE. This is my first cellular Apple Watch, so I'm excited to head out and have LTE connectivity. And I'm really excited about all the other features. The siren and the improved GPS and the improved dust and water resistance and the compass and the setting waypoints and the track back and all those cool features. So super excited to try those out. I think I'm going to keep wearing it with the sports band for now. I can always get myself another sports band. I'm surprised how secure this band actually has been. I haven't used it for extreme water sport, but I've extensively used it for ocean swimming. Not once have I had an issue with it. It's always been really secure. So while I wait for my iPhone to update, I thought it would be cool to just go through this guide quickly, which is actually really cool. I just had a look at it, and it obviously shows you the different bands, but what it also shows you the different configurations of this watch face, which is called the Wayfinder watch face. And you've got a configuration here for the Alpine. We've got a configuration here for the ocean, and we have a configuration here for the trail. So Alpine, ocean, trail. These are fairly kind of basic instructions. So put on your band, push the button to power up the watch, pair it with your phone, charge it with a magnetic puck. That's all straightforward. But if we have a look at these, we've got case, corrosion resistant titanium and sapphire crystal, provides high durability with optimized weight. That's very cool. Then we've got the side button. Press and hold to make an emergency call, retrieve your medical ID, activate the siren, or start backtrack. We've got the altimeter and depth gauge, real-time measurement for altitude and underwater depth up to 40 meters. Then we've got the crown guard. Raised guard protects the digital crown and side button from impacts. And on the left, we've got the 3 microphone array, triangulates audio from the array to enable active wind and noise reduction for clear communication. That's if you take phone calls on the watch. Then on this side, we have got GPS, precision dual frequency. GNSS provides accurate location for calculating distance, pace, and route maps. Obviously the orange action button. Configure to mark a waypoint, start backtrack, control a workout, begin a dive, or turn on the flashlight. Press and hold to activate the siren. At the bottom here, we've got the siren. Emits a high intensity sound pattern using a wide range of frequencies to attract help up to a distance of 180 meters. And here we have got the international orange, high visibility for quick access at a glance. Moving on, we've got the Alpine watch face configuration. And what it shows us here is Alpine configuration designed for use in extreme terrains, track elevation, incline, location, and waypoints, view, UV index, and temperature. So those are all the complications on this watch face. And then we've also got night mode. Rotate the digital crown to turn night mode on and off manually. That turns the watch face to sort of a dim red color so that you can keep your night vision. And then on this side, we have got compass app, compass views, turn the digital crown to switch between classic, high legibility, and orienteering. So when you look at the compass app, there's sort of different modes that you can access. Then here we have got waypoints. Select a waypoint to navigate to the destination in real time. So those different colored dots are waypoints that you can set on your compass, which is also actually really cool. I'm going to have to test this out to see how well it works. Then you've got waypoints here. Create a waypoint to mark locations. So you can, for example, mark where you parked your car. You can mark where your tent is. You can mark where the river is. You can mark all sorts of different things. Or even when you explore a city, you can mark different things. And then you've got backtrack, record your route so you can retrieve your steps with or without a cellular connection. And that's it. That's the booklet. I think that's actually really awesome. I didn't kind of take note at first. And then if you look at the ocean one, you've got water temperature, you've got depth, you've got wind, you've got all these different metrics that you'd obviously be interested in if you're in the ocean. And similarly, there are metrics here on this watch face if you are on a trail and doing, say, trail running or something. So that is actually really cool. And I just wanted to go through that, looking at all these different features, because it's actually quite amazing what's all packed into this little device. I have been wearing it for a few minutes now, and it is pretty chunky. It makes a statement, that's for sure. It's not as sort of small and elegant as, you know, the small Apple Watch and the rounded one. This one has a sharp edge and definitely makes a statement, and I actually really like it. I love all the features. The bigger flat watch face is something I'm looking forward to using. Cool. So I've put the Alpine Loop back on, and looks like we've got iOS 16 running. Connecting your Apple Watch. This may take a moment. Great. Let's take a moment and have a sip of our drink. Ah, look at that cool display. Optimized charge limit. If you see an open charge ring, Apple Watch will charge to an optimized limit. This limit adapts to your daily usage and preserves your battery lifespan over time. You can manage this in battery settings on your Apple Watch. I know the new MacBook Pro also uses this. It doesn't always immediately charge to 100% if it knows you're not going to use all that power, and also to preserve the battery. So, personalized fitness and health. This all looks right. Welcome to activity on Apple Watch. I know these rings very well. That looks good. That is my goal. That's correct. That's right. And that is right. And we've got safety, emergency SOS, fall detection, crash detection, siren, backtrack. Cool. Add credit, debit, store cards to Apple Pay to make secure payments in apps. I think I'm going to do this later. And then define your action button. Choose what you'd like the action button to do. So I think for now I'm just going to choose the torch, and then I'll customize that later. Probably an open water swim. And then depth, open depth when submerged. Don't open automatically. Yeah, we probably want to test that. Diving safety. Underwater activities are risky. To dive safely, follow these recommendations before diving. Read the instructions and warning in the Apple Watch user guide. To reduce risk of serious or fatal injury when scuba diving, always use a backup device and follow diving safety protocols. Make sense? Always on display. See what's on your Apple Watch even when your wrist is down. Sensitive content may not be visible by default, but you can choose what's displayed in settings. Okay, cool. Apple Watch is syncing. Ha. And then I guess we can get to know your watch. I'm not going to go through each of these sections in this video, but it might be a good additional video to record. So I'm going to go done, and then I'm just going to wait for it to finish syncing. So there we go. We are all synced up. We can see that brighter display. It is crystal clear. And the one thing to get used to is the sort of reflections. With the previous Apple Watches with the rounded edges, the reflection wasn't as obvious, and you'd always have some sort of reflection from sort of the side of the watch, which I was sort of getting annoyed by, sort of what it looks like around the edge. Now you've got a flat display, and there might be reflections like there. You can see my head in the background, but if you don't have anything, you obviously have a crystal clear view. They're just different reflections to get used to. There we go. It's synced across my watch faces. I must say the right display is pretty bright, and I don't know if the Ultra is currently using sort of 2000 nits or whatever. I'm sure it will probably get brighter. It would be interesting to do a video just looking at a comparison, but this is an older model, so this is the Apple Watch 4. This is the Ultra, and I'll need a bit of time to explore it. Wow, that does look cool. This is the first time I'm seeing this sort of reimagined watch face with the Earth, and I'm in Cape Town, so that looks right. And then I like that a lot. That's very cool. This has always been one of my favorite watch faces, where you can sort of fast forward time and see, what time the sun will be going down and the sunrise, and then if you push the digital crown, it sort of zooms out again. That is very smart. I like that a lot. Similar one. This is also one of my favorite watch faces. You can see when it's sunset and when it's solar noon, and when the sun came up, sunrise. Very cool. I like that one a lot. And but going back, what I would like to do is I'd like to add the new watch face. So let's do that right away. No, I don't want to edit. Can I do that from here? There we go. If I swipe all the way to the right, you can add a new one. And I would like the Wayfinder. That's what I want. So there we go. Now we can customize this. That's pretty cool. Longitude, latitude, or elevation incline. Let's do that one. I do like the sort of blue and white one. Let's go with this one, Ocean. And now I've got all our complications. If I just finish editing it up, there we go. So that's a quick preview of what this one looks like. Very, very cool. There's a lot for me to test out and play with, and then I'll do a follow-up video looking into the more details and giving you my more in-depth impressions and a review. Thus far looks really, really cool. I'm super excited to start using it. Have a look at some of the other new apps. We have got compass can be affected by magnetic materials in some watch straps. Okay, there you go. There's the compass. The Series 4 didn't have a compass, so this is completely new to me. I like it a lot. And then you can obviously move the crown to zoom out and zoom in and set your waypoints and all that cool stuff. Very cool. I like that a lot. Then that looks like the siren. I am not gonna blast the siren right now, and I'm not gonna be doing an emergency call. Cool, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I have some exploring to do, and then I'll do another video. So there we go. This is the Apple Watch Ultra. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see future videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm Sean Toomey, wishing you an awesome day, and I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.